So hi, I'm David Duro, President and CEO of the Treasure Valley Family YMCA, and I'm coming to you today from the West Boise YMCA and Boise City Aquatic Center. And we are so excited. When did normal look so good? I mean, this pool now full of water, we've been working on this so hard to get this pool back filled up and ready to serve you, our members, and this wonderful community. You know, it's been quite a project, and thank you so much for bearing with us. We're about 1 week out. In fact, on November 21st at 5 a.m., we'll be welcoming swimmers in. The water will be balanced. It'll be the perfect temperature. And I like to tease and say that this water is even faster than the water that we drained out of it. So let me talk a little bit about the size of this project. As you know, it's been over 7 months that we've been trying to chase this leak, fix everything, and then we found other problems that we didn't even know existed, and everything has been fixed and addressed. This pool is now in tip-top shape mechanically. It will be even better, really, than what we had before because the water flow has increased, the airflow has increased, and it's going to be just a really great environment. You know, I'm so thankful to HC Company. They are the ones that did the lion's share of the work on making sure this pool was up and going and everything was in tip-top condition, and they worked hard. I mean, truly, this was a labor of love for them. And they worked overnight. We had them working many nights throughout the duration of this project so that we could keep the other pools open. And so they were extraordinary. And of course they got paid for that, and they deserved it, they earned it, but they worked really hard, and we got more than our money's worth out of HC Company. The size of this project, just to give you a scope, we know it's right around $650,000 that the Y has now spent to get this pool open and running. And that's a huge expense for us. It's what we needed to do. This pool is so important to our community. There's no way you can walk away from it or not address it. And so it was worth every penny to get that back and deliver services to you, our great members. I did want to say thank you to the Tomlinson Foundation, who has stepped up and made a very generous gift to help the Y absorb some of those costs so that we're not bearing the entire $650,000 or so in dollars ourselves. So a couple things about the pool. You know, we did have to dig it all out. Many of you saw the people working and the trenches that were in the bottom of the pool. It was really a scary sight, but it was the only way to fix it. And then you might notice that people might say, well, you know, it still looks discolored around the drains. And why is that? Why didn't you clean the pool? Please know that we have been cleaning and working on the tile and on everything. What you're seeing around the drains at the bottom of the pool is not dirt. It's not stain. It's actually where the plaster has worn away some. And so that's just a natural phenomenon of that. It will need to be replastered at some point. That will require closing the pool again. And we're not very anxious, to be honest, to do that. Until it's absolutely necessary. So that's an aesthetic condition. You know, I apologize for that. It doesn't affect anything in the pool, except it just doesn't look quite as crisp as we would like it to look. So you might ask, well, why didn't you just do that while the pool was empty? Well, we didn't have very much visibility into this project and knowing exactly what we were going to find and when things were going to be open to reopen. In fact, we're actually ahead of schedule by opening on November 21st. But the last thing we wanted to do is get another project started that would delay the opening of the pool even further. We know how patient you've been. We know how important this pool is to you. We know how much we want you back. We miss you. And so we didn't want to do anything that would jeopardize the earliest possible opening date. And so thank you for your understanding around that. Well, I hope you'll join us 5 a.m. on November 21st. Get in this pool. You're going to love it. And please know that we're here to serve you. We never forget that. That's what we get up in the morning for, is to help people become healthier, stronger, more connected, mentally more well, more physically able. That's what drives us. And we couldn't do it without your support. Thank you, and we'll see you at the pool.